Hi, this is Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, and you're watching the Mayor's Message. Hello, I'm Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, and welcome to another episode of the Mayor's Message. I have with me today another county commissioner who we've not had on yet, Mr. Joe Mike Hodge. Wonderful gentleman and a wonderful man and a great ally on the commission. We really appreciate him. He's great for Coffee County. And Joe Mike, I'd like for you to tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, maybe your background, what you like to do in the real world outside of politics, and why you enjoy politics and chose to serve, please.
All right. Well, Mayor, thanks for having me here today. I am originally from East Tennessee, Loudoun County, and I happened to married a Manchester girl back in 1978, and we settled here in '92, and both of us are educators. She's been in the Coffee County school system, and I've been teaching at Motlow both of us have retired now after about 20 years. She's got about 36 years. So after doing that, we had a desire to find another way to serve, and so actually I was approached to consider running as commissioner, and I thought, well, I'll step into the water and find out how it's going. So it's been a remarkable trip so far, and many citizens would be shocked at all the different things and regulations and different things, the education and all the stuff that it requires to do the commissioner's job. So I have a greater appreciation for that position.
And you do a great job, and folks know that I'm a technical person. I like to make sure all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted in county government to protect the citizens. Right. We can't have any loose ends, and you're the same way. You like to make sure everything's right and everything's done correctly, and I really appreciate that. And I think the citizens appreciate it. Everything we do is open. We know that everything we do is done with the absolute best intentions and done honestly. And I appreciate the way that you also operate. Up until recently, you were a member of several committees. Chairman Claude Morris passed away, if you'll remember, late in 2023. And you are now the chairman of his committee.
That's correct.
And why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about that committee and what you do, please?
Again, yes, I was vice chairman of the legislative committee, and we are tasked with kind of the clearinghouse for all the other committees according to our responsibilities, the responsibilities paper that shows us the outlines for our committee. And Claude Morris was a great man, big shoes to step into. So I have yet to prove myself capable of that, but we're doing our best effort to do that.
It's a very important committee. The legislative committee makes sure that, as the name says, that everything is ready to properly be presented to the county commission for ratification so that everything's legal and lawful. Also, any resolutions we would send to the state, any private acts that we might do that would impact Coffee County would go through that committee. And it's also, there's a great brain trust there in legislative, so we also lean on them with some other things like policies and procedures to make sure that what policies and procedures does is also going to be in line with legislative before it gets there, so it doesn't have to be sent back. So it's very intricate work. Claude was great at that. Claude was a very detail-oriented individual with a great experience, as are you. And you're going to do just great in that position. And you're already taking on some pretty big tasks, and we've talked about some things in store for 2024 that need to be done in Coffee County with regards to pay issues and pay scales and how we're going to get something a little bit more standardized. And right. So we're going to probably lean on you heavily for that again. In the real world, outside of politics, what do you enjoy doing?
Well, my first joy is music. And as a music teacher, I was given opportunity in some local churches to serve as worship leaders. And presently, we are at Trinity Baptist Church, and if I can mention that.
Sure,
and
absolutely.
we've served at other churches and have found great joy in doing that. Kind of a hobby, which is I actually make a living at, is repairing automobiles, computer technologies and control systems for cars. So we've been doing that since '03, and we have about 300 customers. And so we're able to put more time into that now that we're retired from teaching.
So a primary problem that you would, not that this is a commercial or anything, we're talking about Joe Mike, but I mean, a mechanical thing is one issue, a computer issue is another issue, correct? So you're more diagnostic.
Yes.
but also repair those computer systems inside the vehicles. Very specialized job that obviously the newer mechanics get into, but I know some of my older mechanics have had some struggling with that because of the newer cars and the way they're put together, but you've got a rich background in that. Motlow kind of indirectly brought he and I together, at least where we got to know each other a little
right.
bit. Years ago when I used to do some speaking in Warren County at Motlow, and we had a mutual friend, Colonel Thomas Vaughn, that knew both of us well.
Good guy.
That was pretty cool, he was. And we're both great dog lovers, and unfortunately we both lost two of our wonderful, he lost his Great Dane, and I lost my Shepherd within about 5 days of each other in early December. But we're going to build a great animal shelter in the memory of those guys and to serve the other animals in this community. So, man, I cannot thank you enough for serving. Sometimes it's a thankless job. Sometimes you see the worst things, but you also see the best things.
That's right.
And the job is as much as you put into it. And the more you put into it, the more you can get reward for it. So is there any, of course, you've got an email, and we will put your email up, Joe Mike's government email up here on the graphics. Philip will put it up for us if anybody would like to contact him. And tell them real quick where your district is.
I'm District 4.
Which is?
That is out toward the Warren County line on Highway 55 and encompasses the ground over to Highway 53.
Okay.
And I serve with the other commissioner out there, Tim Brown.
Tim Brown. You can go to the Coffee County, Tennessee's website, and you can. We have a link to all the maps, and you can see some of Joe Mike's information. You can also see his district as well as the entire county commission. And as always, if you need anything, you need to get a hold of Joe, you can call me at my office and talk to Sam or Connie also, 931-723-5100. And Joe Mike, thank you very much.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, sir. See you next week on the Mayor's Message.